حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه. أعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة وأرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون. من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد واهتدى ومن يعصهما فإنه قد غوى وإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيء. إن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن خير الأمور واجبها وشر الأمور محدثاتها كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أما بعد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم القرآن الكريم إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة أن لا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. My beloved Muslim brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and greetings of the Islamic New Year. Just 14 days ago on Awwal Muharram, we entered this new year according to the Islamic Hijrah calendar. It marks the historic Hijrah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina. Very significantly, it marks the affirmation of Muslims all over the earth as one universal brotherhood, one ummah with a unique identity in faith and ideology, an ummah of submitters, unquestioning, unwavering submitters into Islam before the majesty and the lordship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as best exemplified by his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is one of the months designated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as being sacred. Minha Arba'atun Hurum, he refers to these months amongst all the other months. And the Prophet emphasized that. This is a month of historic significance too. This month marked the delivery of Musa alayhi salam and his people from the subjugation of Pharaoh. The saving of Nuh alayhi salam and his companions in the ark. the protection of Ibrahim alayhi salam from the fire of Nimrod. Of course, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's migration to Medina, and also the passing away, the martyrdom of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's grandson, Hussein ibn Ali radiallahu anhu. All of those acts, the historic events are all significant, yet the key is the sanctification of this period by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by His divine will and His plan, and we bow down in acknowledgement and submission because of that. And the Prophet confirmed this particular month. He said, this is the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and as we've learned, we've indicated the best of fasting after Ramadan happens in this month. The fast of Ashura in this month, atoning for the sins of the preceding year, reminding us of the time when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he came to Medina and he saw the Jews fasting on the day of Ashura, the 10th. And they informed him that this is the righteous day, they said. It is the day when Allah saves the children of Israel from their enemies. So Musa, they said, fasted on this day. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam responded for something that we need to keep in mind. He said, we have, as a community of Muslims, he said, we have more right to Musa than you. And he then fasted on that day, the 10th, and commended the Muslims to fast and put on that day. And remember, he also said, as a mark of distinction, next year, inshallah, we will fast on the day of Tasu'a, the day before. So the indication for us is that distinction from other communities, distinction from all of mankind is based on acts of devotion and piety, connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, proximity to Allah. So the significance of taqwa that we have been focusing on for the last few months becomes emphasized in this month, and particularly when we take into account the new year before us. And historically also, brothers and sisters, this time of the new year, it has been one of reflection. Because for us, we don't celebrate the new year. We don't have outward gatherings of celebrations for the new year. Our celebrations too are defined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this comes from one just about a month or so ago when we celebrated the Eid al-Adha, marking the culmination of that fundamental obligation of Hajj, and walking in the footsteps of one of the most celebrated, recognized, created beings, the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and acting upon his legacy. And one important element of that I want to focus on as a reminder for myself is that of steadfastness. When he submitted before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the face of tremendous testing, right from the time of his childhood, in an atmosphere of extreme polytheism, worshipping of idols, shirk to its extreme degree, his father being one of the most celebrated supporters of that system, the builder of idols, he accepted, and he stood firm when Allah guided him. And he looked around, as we talked about the last time I was here, and picked up on the signs of creation, the earth, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and then he said, I bow down, not before creation, but the masterful creator behind it. And Allah made him this Khalil. He said, submit to me, and Ibrahim bowed down in submission. He was tested later on when he had to leave his home, tested by the fire of Nimrod. And what did he say when Jibreel alayhi salam offered his support? He said, as long as my Lord is happy with me and His support is there, I do not even need the angels to support, unless Allah. Then he was tested when he had to leave his family and his infant son and migrate and move on. And then the final test that he emulated in the Eid al-Adha, when after his turning to Allah at a ripe old age and begging for a son for support him in acts of goodness, when he was granted the son, and after the son gets to be an age 12, 13 years old of being able to work with him, then Allah tested him ultimately. Your attachment shall be tested, because the ultimate attachment is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we know all that comes with the Eid al-Adha, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the sacrifice, the intention, and replaced the ram. I think that once again, brothers and sisters, because the ayah that I recited, in the Medina, follow Rabbullah. These are the blessed people. They accept Allah, they turn to Allah, but there is a clause that is added to it. I have to be steadfast on it. I have to be firm on that, because I will be tested. There shall be challenges of all sorts. Each one of us tested different ways, whether it is physically, emotionally, loss of our neighbors, our jobs, stress of our life, stress within families, outside, all that comes. But the point here is stay steadfast on the path of connection to Allah and on the path of taqwa. So as we start this Islamic New Year, my dear brothers and sisters, my focus for myself, and I share that with you, is we need to assess where have we come from. Each one of us is uniquely capable. I know best what I have done. I know best what goals I have set and how far I have fallen short. I know best how, despite all my commitments, I end up wavering, transgressing. I may have it from everybody, including my family. But I know before Allah, so this is the time for me to do. And turn to Allah and try now to remain steadfast. And say, for the time that I have left, I do not know how much time I have left. Inshallah, we make dua, the request of dua for 4 or 5 of our brothers and sisters who passed away this morning. We don't know how many moments, days, weeks, months we have left. But for the year that we have entered into, I need to be testing myself and now strengthening my resolve. Stay steadfast. And this focus on Allah, righteousness, connection, awareness of Allah, the broad concept of taqwa is so important for us. And the reminders from Allah are repeated, Ya ayyuhal ladina amanu ittaqullah, ittaqullah, ittaqullah. Be fearful of Allah, be mindful of Allah, be aware of Allah, be connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be observant of your duty. As in this particular ayah, ittaqullah wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun, and do not die except in a state of submission to Allah. The understanding being, I do not know when I'm going to die. So the clarity from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remain steadfast on your piety before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for you may die any moment, and be aware, be careful, be challenged and warned that you do not die except on a state of piety to Allah and in the state of steadfastness. So ittaqullah, translated as fear God, keep your duty, fear Him, be mindful of your duty to Allah, be pious. All these terms encapsulate the consciousness of Allah that we need to have. Be ever conscious, be ever mindful of Allah, have total devotion for Allah. And that, inshallah, is what we shall resolve once again in this new year. So we have particularly focused on our taqwa of Allah over the month. Remember the focus of Hajj, all of that. But let us remember a few things, that taqwa why they need a